Hey guys, this is CLG AU's support player, Scumbag Krepo, bringing you a Razer Academy guide on Leona. I'm just gonna cover some basic stuff and some more experienced stuff in a game I played duo queue with Yellow Pete in American Ladder, roughly 1900 solo queue. The reason I picked this elo range is because it's somewhat adequate enough to show you slightly more experienced stuff and still packs enough action to say amuse any type of viewer. I'm going into like build paths and masteries as well as laning phase. I have like 2 or 3 tricks I want you guys to know about Leona. I'll cover some team fighting as well, and yeah, just to give you like a rough idea what goes through my mind when I'm playing this champion. It's by far my favorite champion, and I'd probably say it's my best champion as well. I'm playing it together in a hard AoE engage comp. As you can see, we have an Amumu in the jungle. Ari is one of the AP mids, Vladimir is a second AP mid. This will give us a double AP AoE engage comp. I can serve as an engage, Amumu can serve as an engage. Vladimir and Ari can pick whatever off. Varus still has an AoE route as well he can use to go into any situation. Leona Varus is a particularly good combo because both of them have a passive which gives stacks on the enemy, which get procced, so there's a high amount of burst. Your target level for most of the bursts will be level 2 or 3, as you'll see later. We're blue side, so we'll be starting with the golems. We scout until 139 to prevent any evades. Start with small golem, finish it off, and then make sure you leash the big golem and put it back on yourself. Make sure you don't go out of XP range. Actually, you fuck it up a little bit here. Yeah, we actually argued about this because he should have waited to reset it on me, in my opinion, and I should have maybe followed into his range. Make sure the person that has the lowest HP gets the golem. Make sure you share XP, but the lowest HP person gets the golem so you can get the regen buff. Then send one of you into the red buff to basically help with the jungler. He can do smiteless red. Transition into lane, pick up any XP. First tip I will want to give you as a support, get into this brush at the edge. I'm slightly too late here. All the supports generally walk up in this brush and they will try to ward over. With Leona you can kill a ward with 2 hits on you and 1 from the AD carry. So if he places a ward right now, you see me pacing back and forth, I'm ready to hit it. 1 ward, auto attack, then 1 Shield of Daybreak, which is your Q. And then you basically it resets your auto attack timer, so you will kill the ward if your AD hits it once. Sona steps in way too close for once. We're about to reach level 2, so we have a window for aggressiveness. She has lower move speed than me since I run 0.21.9, 5% move speed. She basically gets caught here. And yeah, she basically stays in range when we're still level 2 and they're still level 1. Advantage of blue golems. You go in and just simply kill her. Now it's very hard for us to start zoning graves, so we're just gonna last hit the wave, regen with potions, place a ward against possible river ganks, and just use our XP advantage. We're really far ahead already now. If grave steps too close, I go in for the Zenith Blade, the Shield of Daybreak combo, and for some harass. If Pete's goes after follow up, he'll go in as well. Varus Leona has insane good peel. Just need the timing, go in together. Basically, there's 2 options for us now. We push this wave in, try to harass them a bit on the tower, which is very hard, or we take a free base. Generally, we can take a free base right here. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Now we opt, since we're both very high HP, and we're very far away ahead of the lane rather, we opt for double golems. Give them the illusion that we based, and they will start pushing out. They will AoE their creeps, push out. We get another XP advantage. We barely lose any creeps here, since they're pushing pretty aggressively. We go back on lane, and then we let the wave come around here, and then we start freezing it. And that's where Leona and Varus with a level advantage kicks in, really. You can start zoning. Yeah, Sona plays the stealth ward, pretty good. If I'm in this brush without a ward and she tries to place one, as you'll see, I'm going to the edge, hoping she'll place a ward again so I can kill it. But we find out it's warded. It's a good way to stand at the edge and see if the creeps attack you or she attacks you, and you find out whether it's warded or not. It's a lot of information you can get by just standing somewhere. Now the creep wave is kind of too big for us to do anything, so we're just gonna wait until it comes a little further, and then we thin it out, and then we can start trading again. Ideally, since this brush is warded, we want to be in this brush, prevent any wards here, and then start zoning from here with Leona danger. I just get myself at the very edge, and I get ready for any window of opportunity. There's too many creeps for Varus to move up, so we just let him come now. From the minute the wave hits this area though, we just start trying zone. We have a full level up on Zona, and we will both hit level 6 way sooner than they will. So we're hoping Graves makes the mistake of coming close, but there's a creeper slightly too big, so I back off of the aggressiveness. Peter freezes here, and yeah, they're in a really bad spot now. Zona is scared, Graves doesn't know what to do. He can't get to the creeps, and if he does, he'll get chunked. Has a smoke screen farm. He's in E range. Yep. Little harass, back off if they can counter. Like, they're zoned from creeps, so if they're zoned from creeps, you're doing your job. Don't go too far. He can go in again, he gets too close. Varus slows him. And we poke again. Just make sure these creeps don't ever run into the tower, the ranged ones. If they do, your freeze is broken. Lane is still frozen, we chunked them pretty hard. We know they're going to base. Logical reaction is one of us should base. Both of us can base, but it's way better if I stay here, regen my mana slowly. And just, yeah, let Pete base. I freeze this lane, I get some extra gold, extra XP. When they come back, I'll be level 6 way sooner than they will. This is your time to shine, supports. You rarely get a chance to lost it, so if you coordinate basing with your AD, you can actually farm a pretty decent amount. This will help you get double GP10 way quicker than you normally get. And with Leona, it's relatively easy to farm. Okay, I messed some up here. It was solo queue, so I wasn't 100% focused. But I get the majority of it. I think I missed one so far. Yeah, Graves is back now. The second peak comes in range. I'm looking for the engage. Just zoning him off the back creeps. He doesn't even get XP for these. We know Sona just warded. We have to keep this brush unwarded. That's what we have to do. I'm gonna get to the edge again, prevent the ward from being placed. Pete's in range to kill it. Sona gets too close, we just burst her. Good tip, if you know they don't have flash, you can E in, hit them once, and use Q to auto attack for set timer. If you want to just keep them insta locked up, press Q already while you're traveling with your E. Then I generally press my W after I go in with EQ, because I want to have the tankiness. Yeah. Chris gets too close, he's level 4, I'm level 6. He gets sniped into flash EQ, he dies. A point I still wanted to make about the W of Leona. If you're EQ'd on somebody, go behind them with the W, in case even if they flash, your W will still catch them then. If you're in front of them, they can flash away from the explosion. And often like the explosion and another auto hit from an AD carry can mean a lot of damage. So if you're tanky enough, you can go stand behind them, so even when they flash over you, yeah, your W will still proc. If you want more insight on what exactly the abilities of Leona do and how to use them, you can also visit clgaming.net and check my guide I wrote there for Leona. It should still be there. Pretty in-depth one for who doesn't understand the champion just yet or needs more information on the basics. Yeah, standard combo is just go in with E, proc stun along the way, so you instant hit her, and then instantly press your ulti. Don't wait too long. Don't wait for, like, don't be afraid to overstack the CC, since it's like relatively short duration CCs with some travel time on the ulti. You'll pretty much stack them perfectly on top of each other if you just do EQR. Yeah. Another tip. Okay, that was really bad, but even I can fail. Yeah, little tip in solo queue. Always pick up, or in any game for that matter, when you're blue side, always pick up golems when you can. Now, yeah, I'm hiding in this brush. Don't know if they see me. Going on Graves. Moving behind with my W. Using ulti on both of them since I see Varus saw them. Yeah, we see a Mumu tanking, so we can dive. We just chase. Can't get the Sona, so we move up. Pop W for resistances. We see Shen coming around. I know he has red buff, so I'm not going for the kill. Just going for the assist. I could have procced my Q here, taking the kill, but I saw he has red buff, so Yellow Pig gets the kill. If not, I would have taken it. If he didn't have a red buff, I would have accidentally taken that kill. But yeah, just giving it to Pete there. Just one thing, don't be afraid to dive with Leona. Just go in balls deep, as they say. You're really, really tanky with your W. So that's what basically happened here. Always try and hide in brushes at the very, very edge and E over. If you can EQ on somebody, yeah. I knew we had him in range there. I'll come back to that point later. Yeah, Pete runs into Blitzcrank here. Pete's fine, although I get baited into being way too brave. I should never go in here. I should have been back already. I just go in and die like a really stupid person. And I should feel bad for this. Really, really bad. Yeah, this was just basically greed. We were 100% safe and I still ran in. But yeah, so that's one thing you have to avoid. Make plays with Leona, but don't overdo it. Especially when you're ahead, just don't overdo it. Like wait for your ulti cooldown and stuff to be back up. But yeah, another point on the play we made here. We basically caught the Graves. We knew he had dash but not flash. Or at least assumed so. Waited until his dash, then placed ulti on both Graves and Sona after the Varus ulti spread. And Momo came in with the AoE ulti and they just basically got AoE'd. Beat's fine on this lane. He just farms on the tower. I asked him if he was fine. And I wanted to move mid to catch the Ryze since our lane was already 0-3 or 0-2 whatever. Ryze dies though to Ahri in an equal exchange, so I can move back to bottom. So another thing, if your AD carry is fine laning alone and doesn't get loose too much, you can surprise people by going mid. Leona ulti is very far range, and if people are not ready for it, they often can't even flash out of it. And ulti into EQ is pretty good. Although if you gank with ulti, make sure you land the stun and not only the slow. Okay. Sona decides to cancel her base last minute, and she feels relatively safe on her tower, and she soon learned that that's not the case. Yep, she's totally not ready for it. Just ulti, EQ, and Varus just completely burst her. I mean, I don't even have to hit the stun. One slow was enough to catch her. Like, people feel safe on their towers because creeps are not even there. Like, Leona can go in with W, be tanky, really tanky, and just go in.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
I hope there's not too much action right now. Actually, no, never mind. I'm wrong. Mumu catches Graves. My E is down, so I just go in for the flash Q. If you lock them up long enough, your team can burst them. Don't be afraid to flash instant stun.
Rampage.
A little point on build paths. I open with Fairy Charm 3 wards, 2 potions in a 121-8 mastery build. I like rushing harder gold and then building either boots 1 or a straight Philo stone. Leona is not that easy to play with low mobility, but you can pull it off. And if you can get double GP10 running relatively early, you're well set. For beginners, I do the same build: Fairy, 3 wards, 2 potions, go into harder gold rush. The reason you don't finish your Philo is because basically you want to go in and burst people, and you generally are on full HP. Unless you're against the poke lane, say Sona as well, you might want to invest in a Philo stone, so you can peel as well and start poking and regen. Yeah, you're pretty simple. Vladimir gets chased, we go on to Shen, kill him. But as to builds again, I like Fairy Charm, transitioning into harder gold, then boots 1, then Philo stone. Then your first priority should be Aegis. If your team already has an Aegis, you get a Shirelias or a Zeke's. Again, if something unusual happens, don't be watching to go out immediately. I did this in OGN finals as well. You got hooked by a Blitzcrank, fine. Watch your surroundings. Who can I stun? Who can I E on? You can often escape with your Zenith Blade on other people and then flash further. Here, Blitzcrank pulled me, I just stunned them and I let my team kill him while I walked out with my W up. So yeah, one more time, you rush Aegis after you double GP10 and boots 1. Then you can finish your boots 2 if you want to, but you don't really have to on Leona. You transition into Shirelia's Reverie or Zeke's Herald. If your team is double AP, don't do Zeke's. If your team has like a Bruiser jungle and a Bruiser top and an AD carry, you can go into Zeke's. Yeah, you can buy some pink wards to start stealthing, like aggressing people in lane. Pretty much it. Yeah, this ward was placed as a joke. Team asked me for a pink ward here to troll. I did it because it's solo queue. Might as well keep people happy because we were winning anyways. We see Blitzcrank here. We're gonna try and see. Yeah, get pulled. But Pete wasn't ready for it. Yeah, we're pretty much messing around right now. The game's pretty much won. A very successful laning phase with Leona Varus makes it very easy to go into the later stages of the game. Unfortunately, there's not very much good team fighting here. The only tip I can give you for team fights is don't be afraid to engage. You can miss your ulti. Relatively low cooldown. With some CDR, it goes up to 60 seconds something. Mid game, that's very low cooldown. See, now it's still level 1 and it has like 90 seconds cooldown and it drops like ridiculously with CDR. You can do ulti into EQ, you can let other people engage, you can EQ R, you can do whatever you want with Leona. It's just, yeah, grow balls as they say. Just have to be really, really aggressive. Train your ulti, man. If you keep trying, you will start succeeding. If you're afraid to miss it, you won't succeed. Yeah, practice enough and you'll be able to pull it off. I was really bad at Leona when I first started, but I saw the potential. Here I'm afraid to take the kill with my W and I back off, and I should have just proc my W on her and she would have died. That's one thing I should say. I do too little. Don't be afraid to take kills. You're support, but don't be afraid. Yeah, we get chased down here pretty much. It's actually an interesting play, I think, what's gonna happen here at the end. So yeah, keep watching this. Pete uses his ulti. It sadly doesn't lash onto Graves, so they keep chasing. Graves gets slowed. I still have my flash, so I draw the aggro. Put my W on so he can't burst me. Shen's gonna come in. Flash dawns. I flash out of the buckshot. They keep going. Ari comes in for the assist. I hide in the brush. I see Sona low HP. Skip the Shen, go for Sona. Grace tries to kill me, hide at the side of the brush, dodge buckshot, and yeah. I think it is Shen who died on the tower, yeah. So yeah, we pretty much outplayed them there. One tip I can give you when you're sieging with Leona. Sieging is the act of being in front of the enemy base and you're pushing. Walk in, turn your back to people and then instantly E forward. It's something I like doing. It's a little niche trick. People generally think if you see a champion with their back turned that they're running away. If you just run away for one step, press stop, they still have the feeling you are running away. And it's that when you can easily turn. Yeah, Ari just going in for some greed here. Probably died, I think. Seems she can escape. Yep, Ari pretty much fed. Doing well for herself. And she's gone. Pretty bad play. But yeah, that's it. If you're sieging with Leona, you want to do surprises. Do them at the most random times. Ulti both people, go into Graves. Always try to hit your slow. If you can hit your slow on two people, it's sometimes better than a stun on one. It's situational. But definitely when you're sieging, people know you have your E up, so they know you're gonna do it. So you have to surprise them. Just tell your team, be ready. If your team's ready, they can always follow up. You have to get really good at it. Stand at angle, stand over here, over here. Make sure there's no wars, buy a pink ward. If you're sieging, you place a pink ward around here, you can stand at this edge, they won't see you. EQ R on a squishy, your team bursts him, you walk out after. Stuff like that. Just try and turn around again, do EQ, stuff like that. It's requires a lot of practice. Maybe watch some sports player streams, maybe my stream. Hopefully you can find out. Watch some tournament games. I remember the game against Fnatic in Gamescom. I did some of those. OGN finals, I did some of those as well. And Ryze is out of position here. Power sold to EQ. The game's pretty much over, so they're pretty much free kills. I think the enemy team has given up by now. There's not too much team fighting here. One more point I will raise is, say there is a heavy late game. Is into Baron control. Buy your Oracle after your first tier 1 item. You have Aegis, get an Oracle. Sweep this, place wards around here, maybe around here, optional. Go into Baron, clean pit. Don't do Baron itself. Just give them the illusion of doing Baron. This is something that's really detrimental to a lot of teams in solo queue. They want to bait Baron and they think they have to actually attack Baron to bait it. No, if you create the illusion to the other team that you're doing Baron, it's enough. Stand around the corner, stand in this brush, make sure it's clear though. They come near, EQ or R, whatever, just engage. Leona has two possibilities to hard engage. This team has Leona, Ari, and Varus, and a Momo that can engage. So yeah, if this game would have come to a late game, I would have led my team. Communicated them, bought a lot of wards, placed them safely in the enemy jungle, created a lot of vision for us, removed the enemy vision, went into Baron and baited it. Often it's way easier to bait Barons than to do them. People will walk in blind because they're scared. League of Legends is all about information. Whoever has the most information wins. And that's it for me. I think the next video should be Snoopy pushing out like a very interesting jungle. I'm not sure which yet, since he's developing many new champions. So yeah, stay tuned. CLGU will, each member will bring you one interesting Razer Academy video guide, and we'll bring out a lot more content as well on the CL Gaming YouTube network as well. So thanks for watching, and yeah, peace out.